Hello and welcome to Andar Plays Victoria 2 as Java Part 2. A lot of twos in there in this episode. Let me move that mic a little closer. Last episode, we gained independence from the Netherlands and immediately invaded our neighboring country, Bali. This was followed up by a period of relative peace as we built a navy and attacked Siam, which had been partitioned off by Burma, Vietnam, and the Netherlands. And an A and an I sound makes an A sound, so that would be Vietnam. In the previous episode, I was pronouncing it die for some reason. Our goal in this episode is to westernize, which I think we can do, and invade another small country. More than likely it's gonna be these guys. I don't like the way they're looking at me. They don't like the way we're looking at them. Mostly the latter one, because I don't really care what they look at me for. And I would like to one day invade Vietnam. That'd be neat. Take the rest of Siam, take Burma out, but Burma is not in the sphere of influence of, oh yeah they are, what am I thinking? They are in the sphere of influence of Britain. I found out at the end of part 1 of the Java Let's Play that we are, I will be friendly with others, that we are in the sphere of influence of America, which is very interesting. Anarcho-liberals, alright. And Netherlands is warring against Burma for some reason. Burma's taking this Dutch territory, but as soon as the Dutch get troops over there, the troops that are right here, they'll just walk all over them. Nothing to really worry about at all if I were the Netherlands. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe it's, we don't need this military. Yeah. Let's just diminish this in about like half. Sure, I don't need them. Actually, that got rid of my one infantry. I like Sirabun Akbarudin. He's coward. He's a cowardly, but he's just a genius. Right? Look at that. He's eccentric. But that's alright, I like eccentric. It's how we win. It's how we won against the Siamese there. And it's how we'll win the world. Okay, like, pause. No, we can just keep going, I guess. Let's see, we don't need... Let's get this down to 1% spending on that. 1% spending on that. That's at 50, which means we need to charge these poor people more. Stop being so poor and I'll stop taxing you. That's how it works, right? That is the incentive system at work. Maybe one day they'll get out of the sphere of influence. But overall, maybe I shouldn't worry about them. Although I am going to, because they will lead to beneficial aspects of my overall plan, which is to take over a modern state of Indonesia, which is basically means get the Dutch out of Asia. So I need that. I need this island, save Brunei, but I'm going to take that eventually. And all of this junk. And eventually fight a war with Portugal for a little bit. But it's not that big of a deal. For that one little piece, it'll probably be an easy war. Oh, what's going on over there? Italy formed, Germany formed. It's been a little bit since episode 1, because Paradox Stealth released, pretty much, an expansion for Crusader Kings 2, in which you get to be Charlemagne. And that's neat. But you can also form your own custom empires and junk. and that has distracted me for a little bit as I tried to create a Serbian empire. It also has a start date in like 700 something. Anyway, like this weird paradox does that. Like I had no idea this expansion was coming up until I saw it on Steam, because I like no huge major game website that I go to actually. You know, they don't usually post stuff about niche genres like this. Like I would have to just pay attention to the website, Paradox website. Yeah, no, I don't want that. They can be conscious. I don't want to lose population, especially in the most populated province. And we don't have enough. We don't have any rebels to where this militancy really does anything. So yeah. Let's see, we have 9.62 infamy. Oh well, you have a navy. That's cool. Yeah, nothing much going on. This is the problem with playing as these primitive nations. Just kind of sit here, building up these points right here. We got 4,000. We can almost research foreign training methods. I don't really want that. Research point bonus when conquering 25%. Maybe we do want that. You know, it'd be a quick, easy one, and I think we're going to need it no matter what. Because usually what I do is I do the reform system, transportation system, get our nice, awesome railways, and I'll get administrative reform, enact financial reform, and one of these industrial ones. I'm not sure that's enough to get it 100%. Usually I have to get at least one of these, because I don't like international debt, although it doesn't really matter, because if I westernize, I will have international debt anyway. So yeah, maybe I'll get foreign training methods, and I'll westernize quicker, because that's what I really need. The quicker I westernize, the more able I am to colonize these areas, and thus have less of a problem taking them from the Netherlands, if they choose to take them, which they will. They always will. Although, let's see how many wars we would have to fight against the Netherlands to drive them out completely. Assuming that I could take 2, I'm not going to assume that. Let's say 1 province a war. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wars with the Netherlands. Possibly less if I can get a huge advantage. But more likely than not, we're looking at 6 conflicts with the Netherlands, who are at the moment allied with Russia. Why are they even... Well, I guess they would be mobilized for the Burma War, but they're winning that. Sad that they have to mobilize for that. We will get foreign training methods, which will give us increased, stuff. I don't like militancy. Foreign training methods. Boom. Yeah, so we are now... socialism in Japan. Interesting. Are they a secondary power? Yeah, they're a secondary power. Maybe it would be really cool, Japan and Java ally, because we have similar flags. We love each other's flags. There's just something about them that screams cooperation. So Japan and Java are natural allies. They can have their empire stretching from Japan, this Russian area, Manchuria, this part of China, and like we'll just divide China, and yeah, we'll have really great empires that the both of us can be proud of. Cooperation will make it so much easier and so much more rewarding in the long run, don't you say? United Kingdom, I don't care about my relations with the UK. I want them out of this area too. I want Johor, which I still haven't learned how to pronounce properly. So I still feel like I'm saying things that I'd rather not say. I'd like to keep this, I'd like to keep all of the channels on, or the videos on my channel as clean as possible to not offend people. I don't want to offend anyone. Yeah, because a lot of other YouTubers will resort to homophobia, stuff like that, as joke material. And yeah, that's funny, but I'm not the type to make that joke. Really. Like, I'll laugh at them, definitely, but I am not going to supply them. Not judging you if you are, mind you, but yeah, it's not my thing. Although I will make country jokes. If your country's dumb, well, you live in a dumb country. 81 research points against 3 conscious and 1 militancy. Yeah, sorry for the little bit of rambling there, but, I mean, like, really, what else is going on in this game? So I gotta fill that white noise with something. Can't just listen to, I think the name is Andreas Watchencraft or something like that. Really nice soundtrack, but can't just sit here and listen to it. Let's see. Our alliance are not really alliance, but we are still popular with the Netherlands. The theory is eventually they'll get dragged into some large-scale European conflict and have their military completely wiped out. Yeah, we have a better military than them already. It's just not as advanced, and I think they would still win due to technology. But, if they weren't allied with Russia, I could just start invading them right now. It reminds me of, I played as Japan a few times. And Russia is Russia is a powerful country, but it's very easy to win against them in a war, because it takes them a while to get all mobilized and set up. They're a huge country, huge and powerful. They're just really unwieldy. So they have to send... So if I'm Japan, which is what I was getting at, I've played as Japan before, and that was fun. I formed the Japanese Empire, Korea, Manchuria, all Port Arthur. Even had Hawaii, and that was fun. But, yeah, every time I would go to war with Russia for, like, this island here, they would just send troops over, and I would slaughter them, and then they would just send more troops over. So I started pushing across Siberia, and I don't know, Russia's just more of an annoying enemy to fight than they are, like, an intimidating one. And while Japan has a huge military, especially compared to me, I don't think they'd be able to build up enough of a navy to effectively transport enough ships to help protect the Netherlands. But even so, if they provide reinforcements at the right time, it could completely wipe out my military. So that's why that's still a concern. I like the US. Oh well. They're gonna spear us no matter what, whether they like us or not. It's kinda just the way it is. Let's see, we got 3.42 infamy. And the infamy cost to conquest is 22, which should be less if you're an uncivilized state, which is really kind of offensive to the history of people living in what this game calls uncivilized states. There should just be better wording for that, more politically correct. Because, like, I don't know, like you're assuming, like maybe it's just the fact that it's westernized is the what westernized is civilization. So you have to adopt the Western styles to be civilized. Which is kind of, I don't know, it's weird. Because China, are you gonna really tell me that China is not civilized? I mean, they are the oldest civilization that is still existing. Come on. Come on! And what do you expect from a bunch of Swedes? The policy stands! How's America doing? They're doing just fine. Well, Peru's kind of stretching, angling themselves in there. Maybe they took that territory from Chile. Maybe they've broken their alliance with Bolivia. Oh, Brazil's a big, huge thing, like it usually is. World Watch! Bulgaria quite... Ooh. Ooh. That's gotta hurt the Ottoman Empire quite a bit. Dang. Did not see that coming. Well, that's cool. Like, Romania got independent in the last Let's Play series we did. Maybe that'll happen again. Yeah, Bulgaria. Neat. Interesting. Well, that does pose a problem with perhaps Greece. I need my clergymen. Yeah, they can have 3 conscious, that's fine. But that will pose a problem with Greece, who has a core on this territory of East Macedonia. First off, why does Bulgaria have East Macedonia at all? Okay, they have a little core here. In Xanth. But not necessarily... Does autosave? In Polygyros, they do not have a core there. They should just give them the core on the whole province, really. And they got North Macedonia. It's going to pose a problem with Serbia. Alright, we got one of these. We can do financial reform. Yeah, get tax efficiency up. And we're at 1.22. Let's start justifying war with Brunei here. Conquest. Proceed. I really don't... Like, infamy is such a huge deal, and it's so unwieldy. I don't like how the infamy system is handled, because it's so random. Like, add a war goal and get a whole 22 infamy, and the limit is 25, so you just gotta sit there forever. And your invasions have to be more like a tidal wave than like an actual world's conquering force. I understand why, though. You don't want a country getting super powerful. Like, I was playing... Like, if you play as Russia and just completely take over Austria, that's gonna create huge problems. Understand why the infamy is there. I just don't understand why perhaps the score limit is 25 and everything costs 10 infamy and 22 infamy, perhaps, is my issue. But, yeah, we did pretty good that time. Only 11 infamy. And we barely have to do anything for this war. I think we can just pretty much walk over there. Just, don't really need these guys. Got enough troops right here to take them on. Let's see. Get on board. Move on over. Ships only save 5%. What is that supposed to mean? Oh well. Like, I don't want them sinking in the middle of the ocean carrying my troops. That'd be bad. Maybe I should fund them during the war. Make this go by a little faster, perhaps. Think their military is probably just hiding out in their capital, waiting for the Doom Day. Day of Doom. Oh man, look how much money we've got stored up. That's gonna be great once we become an actual civilized nation. And maybe I should have done, oh my god, I'm going all over the place now. Maybe I should have done, like, 2 of these, you know, military reforms, because, you know, 25% bonus while conquering, and I've conquered 2 nations so far. Well, 1 nation. Yeah, 2 nations, I should say. And that would have been a great boost. And speed is really important, because now I don't think I'm gonna be able to westernize in time to colonize anything. And that just means that, Netherlands gets free reign. But still, 6 wars. Could be less, though, and it could be made easier. But it's not gonna be that way now. Furthermore, what another kind of silly thing, I'm pretty sure that whenever you attack another power as someone who has had colonies, like, even if they're probably, maybe not if they're your core, but say I attack the Sumatra here, Sumatra, it'll be a colony of my nation instead of what it probably should be, which is just incorporate that into a state. I mean, well, it's a different culture there, so I guess, but how different are the Malaysians from the Javan? I mean, they exist in the same country in the real world, so they obviously must like each other somewhat. I mean, they could, of course, have a class system. I haven't done much research on Indonesia, but chances are that they kind of agree with each other enough to be a country. Evidence suggests on the fact that they still exist. Yeah, look at that. That's great. Got lots of stuff. I can get a fabric factory, which will probably go out of business very quickly. Wonderful. So yeah, international debt will give me 35% civilization progress, and I'm at 70. Huh. Boom. Well, that should have been it. Pretty sure 70 plus 35. Yeah, okay, I don't know what the problem is. Okay, we can take debt now. Which means that people will not only give us loans, but we will take their loans and maybe make a little bit of cash off that. Usually not enough to do anything with. Just have these guys chill out in that capital. They got a fort there, so why not? And yeah, we're getting loans from Haiti, Ecuador, and Colombia. Mostly Haiti. Hating on the Haitians. That's what we do. Nothing really going else in the world. In real life, my cat's trying to annoy me by climbing all over everything. Now resting in my lap, hopefully. Organize a crackdown! Just let's just bide our time. We got nothing to worry about. Once I become civilized, which might be really soon. Again, I'm clicking on everything. Lose 5 militancy? Sure. Which might be really soon. I will gain America's technology, I think, which is usually pretty advanced. So I'll be pretty close to being able to westernize. Furthermore, I will have enough military force, probably, to become at least a secondary power. I mean, I'm an uncivilized, partially westernized nation, and I'm already 49. I mean, that's crazy when you consider at the lowest points of the Colombian campaign I was on, I was at like 50-something. That ended horribly. Yeah. So maybe I will get to colonize, get a little bit extra out of this stuff. Maybe get that. That's a huge number of people living there. 75,000. How many people live here? 550. It's crazy. So having this area would be a huge benefit to us in our goals. It would also provide us a good area to launch a land invasion into Dutch Guinea. So I don't have to do a risky Incheon Normandy style naval landing. I don't like doing those. What happened here? Exactly what I thought, probably. Greek liberation of East Macedonia against Bulgaria. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Acquire Russian Alaska. And I don't like it when Britain gets Alaska. It upsets me a lot. Because, I mean, there's no cores there, so they can't really... Sometimes they'll release it as a colonial satellite, similar to what they do with British Columbia here. It'll be a dominion. That's something that they have in Heart of Darkness fictional countries created out of colonial possessions to get rid of colonial points, colonial maintenance points, so that you can further colonize the good stuff here in Africa. Yep. Oh man, come on, is this taking forever? Okay, almost there. Just need a little bit. Just need some imported weapons. At 8,060 points. That's insanity. Alright. We can deal with it though. We will overcome. Everyone's allied with everyone over there. And I can't really invade Dainam as a result of the whole... I could invade Laos, but I don't really have a border with them, do I? Again, strong power of the Netherlands was detected. Just drag them into another war over there. Maybe I could ally with these guys. They will accept that. And then I'll gear up for combat. I'll make rally points in these locations in case I have any actual troops here. Let's see. Rally. And I'll just start pumping up troops. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because, like, I want to westernize. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, acquisition of... Man, that was a mistake. Okay, well, it didn't really hit my prestige that badly. Oh well. Desperate attempt to save these guys has failed. And they will be a Dutch possession. I really don't want to declare war against the Netherlands that way either, because acquiring a state would cost the full 10 infamy if you do it that way, instead of trying to justify a reason why. So that's kind of better than the old way this was done. Westernize. Man, if they had waited just a few days so I could westernize before declaring war, I could start building regular infantry, and everything would have been fine. I could have actually helped them. But that is not what has happened. Okay, so we are still 51. It's because we need to build a military up. And I say, start with 4 of these. Let's go 5. And then, I want to balance this out. Try and go for 4 for every artillery. Alright, hopefully I clicked those enough. And then, I don't know, an indefinite number of these guys, and then just a bunch of infantry again. Not sure if we have to put funding into this or not. I'll probably take a huge hit to our economy, but I think we have enough money to take it. Okay, in order to colonize, we got medicine. We will need state and government for the mission to civilize. And then we will, of course, need breech-loaded rifles for colonial negotiations. And what else can we... I mean, we got... Come on, tell me. Okay, this one. Yeah, 2.74% of the population is clergymen, so we don't need to encourage that. Other than that, I have no idea what we would encourage. Other than that, like, just craftsmen, which we don't have any industrial basis, and capitalists, in which case they would just not trust capitalists. So just encourage more soldiers. All the soldiers. All of them. Get in there. What else is there? Military industrial complex is what we might want. We need a higher military score than 100. And then we can do that pretty easily. Yeah, I like that. Royal faction. Is there one that allows us to personally build factories? That is this one. And we can now do stuff like that. So in Bangkok, we'll just experiment real quick. Building... I don't know. Like, we got a lot of sulfur. We can build a fertilizer factory. It's not like those really do anything. but it would be nice to have a factory, a little bit of industrial score to contribute to the overall score of what we need. Okay, we are now 20 in the world stage, and we'll be much more so once our military gets back up and running. Okay, so it's been a few days. Okay, and those are being made because of the construction, which is taking a large chunk of the economy, but evidently we are able to withstand it for the most part. Just minus about an average of minus 16 a day. Sometimes more than that though. And now we're profiting. So we've bought all the needed materials, I believe, for what we need, and they're getting done. So we just sit here. Oh, we will eventually have to pay maintenance for them once they're all ready, but we're only paying 1% right now. So that's fine. I can deal with that. And colonization has started. We have missed our opportunity. Maybe we can still get there. Get this military done. Put a naval base in Lombok. Come on. 16. Rank 16. That's what we need. We can get in there. Running out of time. This is dumb. And then it'll be like, you don't have a close enough naval range, and I'll be very upset. 18? That's a regression of where we were. Well, we should split these guys. They're probably gonna start starving to death on top of each other. You guys can go there. You guys can go there. Guess I can send my navy back to the capital. I don't think the Brunesians, they're bros, will rebel, or anyone else. Well, actually they might. We got the Javanese anarcho-liberals are the only rebellion we have to worry about. Okay, that is quickly become 21 troops again, so I'll send them out. And we are still producing some. Come on, I need a higher military score than this. How's that factory doing? Well, no one's employed there, so it's not really producing anything. Just a money sink right now. Just to prove that we can. More than anything, really. Alright, so now we're 19. Yeah, we did less than what I had hoped. Why are we losing some? Oh, maybe it's because other nations are starting to colonize, they're getting more prestige. I don't really see any of that going on. Yeah, I'm just losing what I need. Or maybe other nations are westernizing at the same time as me, and they're taking their place where you would expect them to be. Look how many troops are here. Maybe we need an appropriate naval force to deal with that. I don't know. Because, well, I would like to build clipper ships. It would be kind of worthless for me to do that when I think the next technology I should go for, if I can't colonize this, will be naval, and yeah, I'm not going to get there in time. So I'm going to abandon the idea of colonization over there. So what I should do is get steamers. I think iron steamers? No, these ones? Yes, steam allows the construction of steam transport ships. And those carry much more than these little clippers here. Carry more for less is what I would like to do. Now we have another one of these. We'll just encourage more soldiers. And Javanese Java, how about I get craftsmen for the one factory? See if that actually does anything for me. I mean, And we only have a literacy of 20.3%. So I'm going to assume it's not going to do much because you need to be literate in order to mess around with factories. Let's see. The Dutch are not in anyone's sphere of influence, but they are still allied with Russia. And Denmark and Spain and Luxembourg, and Spain usually has a navy. They're quite powerful. Yeah, I should hold up on that, but you know, I have a military just kind of sitting there not doing anything. And I'd really like it to do something. Like, say, invade Dynam? Maybe. Maybe. Yes. Let the sleeping dogs lie. All farmers in Javanese North Borneo gain 3 militancy. I don't want militancy. Let's see. I think I could win the war against the Dutch, but I don't really want to risk it right now. That's kind of really just a scary proposition. And we've already filled the quota of the episode by invading Brunei. You know, 1 invasion per episode. But, you know, a little bonus invasion never hurt anyone, and they have to deal with 20,000 citizens guards. They still can't even get troops over here. I don't know. I have to decrease relations with them first. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. This is not the situation I want. But it's the situation we are in. We got a huge military. Let's do something with it. And I say... Wait, we are rank... How do they have more military than us? Well, they're not as advanced as us. And we really need to move in the direction of military technology. That's what we really need to be doing. So I can just... I'm pretty sure I can just overpower these guys. Clever tactics and the like. But maybe that's not enough. And they can gain some conscience, I don't care. Now I'll never find out what that crisis was for. Austrian liberation of East Galicia, that's what it is. Against... just... Austria wants East Galicia. Demands that from the Russian Empire. Bangkok is ours. Yep, we took it fair and square. Come on, guys. Get with the program. Please, thank you. Yep, pretty conflicted on what I should be doing right now, other than researching military tech, in which case I will go with army professionalism. And I'm not sure how much time has transpired during this episode, but because I'm not sure of a decision I should make, I'm just gonna end it right now. Give me a day to think about it. Let it just roll around in my head, and I can go back to playing as Crusader Kings. And I can go back to playing Crusader Kings to a Serbian Empire, maybe. Maybe I should have made a Let's Play of that. But I'm really liking this Java game so far. So, no regrets. Just click that. I don't know why I'm typing in something new. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Sincerely. Thank you.